Squeezing the chest. Oh, I feel that one. Might not look too challenging, but I'll tell you it is. This is where you feel it, right on that front leg. Catch your breath. Let's take that rest. Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Rob Richards with Blue Star Nutraceuticals and welcome back to this week's Faster Fat Loss workout. Now, you might think, what's Rob doing? Just sat relaxing on the couch? Not quite. We're gonna be using this couch within today's workout. That and a few creative exercises to make sure that we're working every major muscle group without any equipment, or at least any equipment that you may not have laying around the house. 7 exercises, 3 rounds, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. And as always, every great workout starts with a great warm-up. Now, if you need to warm up, maybe this is the first routine of the day, you've just woken up, still a bit kind of stiff and sore, go check out the link in our video description. There's a 7-minute great full body warm-up. Go do that, come back and join me, and then we'll begin. Our first exercise is gonna be one for the legs. It's an alternate step back lunge on the couch. I'll give you 5 seconds from now to get ready. And remember, 30 seconds of work. So here we go. We're gonna alternate each leg back. Make sure that the laces are flat on the couch. And just be sure to keep your body upright, shoulders stacked over the hips. That way we're not leaning forwards and taking the emphasis off the major muscles that are being worked here. Now, as always, throughout these workouts, I'll be showing you 3 of my top training tips, how to progress, advance, and change up some of these exercises. So 30 seconds of rest. With these, I just want to share kind of the technique and form. The step back lunge, when you go down, you want to make sure that your knees are both sort of 90-degree bend. Therefore, we're not leaning too far forwards or backwards. So it's all about positioning and keeping an equal balance. Exercise 2, one for the triceps. So we're gonna do some dips on the edge of the sofa. Keep the elbows tucked in. And you wanna lower your body down until the upper arms are about parallel. So a 90-degree bend in the elbows. I find this is one of the most effective exercises for the back of the arms, even without adding any extra weight, just utilizing our body weight. Now, like I mentioned, many of these exercises are mimicking what we might do in the gym with weights, and that one is no different. That's similar to a tricep kickback. So look at that 90-degree angle, and we're keeping the upper arm fixed at the side of the body. I'm gonna show you a great one for the back of the legs using the couch. 90-degree bend, arms out or at the side. You're gonna push your heels down into the sofa, raising your hips up, forming a straight line from your knees, hips down to your shoulders. Great one to activate the hamstrings and the glutes as well on this one. All the time, I'm keeping my abdominals pulled in tight. If you need a little stretch as well, really feel the hamstrings there, reach down. Starting to sweat already. It's a good sign, byproduct of energy, it's the heat. One for the upper body now. Decline push-ups, so feet up on the sofa, hands at shoulder width. We're keeping these slow and controlled. Not about how many repetitions you can do in the time frame, it's about how effective you can engage the muscles. So keep that in mind. Squeezing the chest at the top. Get a few arm circles there. You know, the push-up is probably the gold standard for body weight exercises. It's still utilizing a lot of our body weight to add resistance, and the movement is unchanged from that we would do with a dumbbell or a barbell or a machine in the gym. Whew. Catch your breath. We've got more focused abdominal exercises coming up. So let's pull that mat back in. As I crunch, I'm also gonna push down on my heels, making it that double crunch, both the lower and the upper abdominals engaging throughout this exercise. Breathe on the effort, the exhale, as you contract, and just keep the abdominals pulled in tight. Almost at the end of round one, just a few more to go. Abdominals, what I mean by keeping them engaged, imagine a piece of string pulling your belly button through to your lower back. Abdominals are firm and tight, and you want to keep that same movement as you perform these exercises. Got a really great one for you here. We're going to perform about 15 seconds on each. A side plank. So I'm going to scissor the legs. And with our arm, reach through, keeping the hips fixed. It's a great one for the obliques. I know it can be challenging. Just do the best you can, even if it means staying in that one position. As a bridge, you'll feel the obliques work. And then start to add that rotation through. Great for stability as well. Oh, I feel that one. If that's too challenging using the sofa, try doing it just feet stacked, a side hip bridge, hold your arm out, and slowly try and bring it under. Whew. Really challenging one on this one. Give us some room there. One arm up, down. So engaging the abdominals, working the shoulder muscles as well. Just make sure that we're not rotating the hips as we extend out. Whew. Let's bring our mat back over here. Now, I'm big on hydration. In here, I've got some this is branched chain amino acids, basically building blocks to our muscles. So instead of water or energy drinks, try this, AminoFast. It's those essential building blocks that our muscles need for fuel during these workouts. Almost there, round two. With this one, I'm gonna share a few tips how to increase the effort, make it a little bit more challenging. If these are too tricky at this point for you, stick with everything we did in round one. If you feel good, let's push it up a level, turn up a notch, and start to step it up for round two. With this one, we're gonna stick with one leg, 15 reps within half the time. So 30 seconds, let's be wary of that time. More like pulses on this one. So with this one, I'm keeping the muscle working throughout a shorter range of motion. Doesn't feel any easier. If you've got a band or even some dumbbells, you can always add them in to increase that resistance. This is where you feel it, right on that front leg, right? I want to throw it out there as well. Even though I've incorporated a 30-second rest in between, you can still do some work. That could be couch squats. Just 3 or 4. It doesn't have to be the full duration of your rest, but just throw them in there. It reduces your recovery time, means that you're working harder, burning more calories throughout the workout. Tricep dips. Try doing this one. One leg out, we're gonna keep it raised up. Might not look that much harder, but you do feel it. Only got one foot down here. So it's not the legs that's really affected, it's the effort on the arms. Make sure you keep your hips close to that couch. I'll tell you one place I do feel that. My hamstrings, the back of the leg there. A real key muscle for many sports or activities that we might play. So we're not just working on improving our physique, we're working on the performance of how our muscles and body works during just movement of all sorts. I'm gonna bring our mat back in, hip bridge. We can perform these as a single leg, like this. One leg raised up. So now we're really putting all of that effort through that one leg. Same technique, driving down through our heel, raising our hips up. Let's be sure to switch as well. Again, this might not look too challenging, but I'll tell you it is. It's worth putting the effort in. It's a great body weight exercise for the back of the legs. And if you're anything like me, you feel it in the hamstrings in the following days. So that tells you that your hamstrings might be a bit too tight. Maybe you're increasing too much resistance, too much effort through. So adjust it accordingly. Do a great stretch at the end of this workout. Okay, decline push-ups. These are already challenging enough, so I'm gonna stick with the same format that we did in round one. Hands directly under the shoulders. Keep a straight plank in the body. Hips up but not too high. Yeah, chest, triceps, it's a great combination exercise, and like I said, one of the most effective body weight exercises you can do. Another abdominal one, so let's pull that mat back in. Heels and shoulders, elevating the shoulders and pushing down on the heels. Double crunch, so both the lower and the upper abs are being worked here. Exhale on the effort. As soon as the shoulders touch down on the floor, we go right back into that crunch. Let's take that rest. I'll say on this one, you can always add variants in, alternate crunch, use a band, a medicine ball, a small dumbbell, perform a straight arm crunch as well. Obliques next, remember this one? That side plank. So, elbow under, scissor the legs. Just get 3 or 4 on each side. Obliques. The obliques form this sort of V formation, both upper and lower. And that's really what helps give that really great tightened, tapered waist. So we've got the crunches, we've got the lower leg lifts, upper and lower abs. Make sure that we add some rotations and some lateral side bends in there as well. Let's pull this out the way here. Final exercise for round 2. Plank. I'm gonna reach up and just touch. still working the abs. We've got some shoulders in there as well. Whew. 60 seconds of rest. If you need to stretch it out, walk it off, hydrate, now's your chance. Now, just because we're only using the couch doesn't mean that you can't add anything else into it. Like I mentioned, a pair of dumbbells, a resistance band, even some water jugs that you got laying around at home. Make it more challenging. Increase the effort and you'll see that yield back in results in your physique. So put the work in, get the results. Let's free up some room. Round 3. You guys with me on this one? Third, final round. Let's give it everything we got. Let's get the most out of this workout. I'm gonna go back to alternate step back here. So full range of motion, full depth, really working those muscles to their full range of motion. My knee isn't touching the floor. I'm stopping about 2 or 3 inches, getting a nice stretch in that back leg. But I'm also keeping tension on the muscle throughout that full range of motion. I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna push through. Take your rest if you want. Like I said, round 3. If you got it in you, let's get it out during this round. I may not do it for every exercise, but like I said, if you want to rest, you do that. If not, keep pushing through with me. It also means we've got to transition from one right into the next. It's only fair that I do the other leg now. So keep that one raised. Again, you're going to feel this on the hamstring. And that's the next exercise we got up. Again, 90-degree bend at the elbow. You don't want to go down too deep. Let's swap legs here. Yeah, feeling that tricep burn. Pull our mat back in. When I talk about hip thrusts, this is where I'm pushing from. Pushing my hips up, but I'm using the hamstrings and the glutes, squeezing, engaging, contracting them to help elevate me up. So, I'll go back to both feet together, palms facing up. That way, we're less likely to press down. Full range. Get the hips all the way up there. And if you want to take your hands and just lightly touch the back of your legs, you'll feel those muscles contract and engage as they're shortening to raise you up. How's that one feel? Yeah, you feel that in the back? I do. You know what we got next? Decline push-ups. You know, I'll show you something else. We can do incline. We can do flat, standard push-ups. We can make it harder, more challenging, more body weight by doing the decline ones. So, which one? I thought so. Let's do the decline ones. Squeezing the chest as you push up, or rather push your hands through the floor. That way we're not thinking about lifting our body weight up, but pushing that weight. And that's our body weight that we're pushing up. One more. That's what I'm talking about. When you're hearing that timer go off, or the countdown come down to the final few seconds, where's your mind at? Are you gonna push to get 1 or 2 extra more reps? You're gonna call it quits and take an extra rest? I can't answer that, that's up to you. If you want the results, you've got to be willing to put in the work. And that means you've got to keep pushing yourself each and every round. Double crunch. Pressing the heels down, raising the shoulders up. What we're doing is shortening the abdominals here, contracting both the lower and the upper at the same time. And I'm just holding that contraction up at the top, just a split second. Eliminate any momentum from doing it too quickly like this. Almost there. I'm gonna grab me some AminoFast. Tastes great as well. We are almost there. Let's keep pushing on. Obliques, that V formation. Let's do 15 seconds each one. Keep the hips up. This rotation just allows us to keep the abdominals engaged and add a bit of a dynamic in as well. Again, you don't need to do this. You can also stay in this position, but that rotation, whew, it makes a difference. That means we've got 1 exercise left. Whew. Those shoulder taps, or rather couch taps. So, create a bit of room here. Strong core, back straight. Now, if these are challenging, with a mat under, you can also perform keeping your knees on the floor, but let's go full length here. Long arm and tap. All of those stabilizer muscles coming into play here. Final 10. Let's do one more. Remember, push it. Whew. There we go. Let me pull this back in. We are done with our 3 rounds. Just gonna add a few shoulder rotations in there. It's important to clear that lactic acid. It's a byproduct, a buildup from these working muscles. So, you know, when you finish your workout, don't just end it there. Spend a few minutes focusing on deep breathing, light stretches, some shoulders, some legs, some arms. And just focus, like I said, on that deep breathing, get your heart rate back down under control. And there we have it. Listen, give yourselves a round of applause. I create these workouts to challenge you, but also to work key areas of the muscle, just like if we were in the gym and we're exercising with weights or free weights, but often we don't have access to, or we don't have the time or interest anymore. We can make use of sofas, bodyweight mats, resistance bands, and dumbbells. Everything that you can easily get access to at home. So let me know if you want to see more of these follow-along workouts. Drop us a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, and share this to a friend or social media, whoever you think could benefit from doing these workouts. I'll see you back here next week on our next brand new Faster Fat Loss workout, only on Blue Star Nutraceuticals. See you then. Take care.